Always giving 100, don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing, I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We are on the verge of the holidays this week. So I want to be the first to say happy holidays to everybody. You know, enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy family, enjoy the people you love the most. So I just want to send out my thanks to everyone, send out my happy holidays to everyone. But we're going to get into this video because today I'm just finding out that I have something that I didn't even realize was out there until I ran across it on Mercari, which was the Rivian R1T. I had no idea this thing was out there. Now, here's the thing. It is a 120 scale. And I was trying to find one in 124 scale, and it doesn't look like it's one in 124. It looks like they have it in 118, 120, and 143, and 164, of course. But I didn't see one in 124. However, I was looking through one of the forums on the discussion about the Rivian R1T, and somebody claimed that there is a 124 scale. I haven't seen it yet, and I don't know how true that is, but they claim that there is a 124 scale. And so I'm hoping that it is, because if it is, I will purchase it. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But let's just get into the video. Oh, and before I forget, guys, always remember, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications so that anytime I drop any new uploads, you guys will be the first to see it. With that being said, let's turn our attention to the Rivian. Okay, guys. So I purchased this Rivian from a guy in Utah, and I had absolutely no clue that these were out there. And they were limited edition, so I had no idea that these even existed until I ran across one on Mercari a couple of weeks ago. So in my mind, I said, well, I gotta have it, because I didn't think that this would be out there. So I went on and purchased it, even though it's a 120 scale. You know, it's a limited edition, and I wanted to get my hands on one. Right now, these things are selling on eBay and other websites, starting, I want to say the lowest price I've seen for one, I would say probably the one I paid for. It was only $107, the one I paid for. But I've been looking at some of these sites, and the lowest one probably starts off at like $149, and then it goes up from there. So, and that's just the 120 scale, and I believe that's also for the 118 scale as well. But yeah. And so I went on and just purchased it. You know, like I said, I only do 124s, but this was one I felt like I wanted to have. So that's the reason why I purchased this. I know I'm probably late doing a video on this. More than, it's probably a lot of videos out there already on the Rivian R1T, but I don't care. I'm still going to do a video on it because this is my first time seeing it, so I just still want to do a review on it. But I just wanted to do an overview of the Rivian. Of course, you know that the Rivian R1T is all electric. It's a mid-size pickup truck. It's well known for its high performance and off-road capabilities, and it has innovative features like gear tunnels and frunks. Okay. It offers various powertrain options. The 2026 quad motor version produces 1,025 horsepower with a 0 to 60 in only 2.5 seconds, right? The key specs include a 7,700 to 11,000 pound towing capacity and a payload of up to 1,764 pounds and a maximum estimated range of up to 420 miles with the max battery pack. Okay? And ground clearance is up to 15 inches with adaptive air suspension. Now, horsepower. It says here that ranging from 533 horsepower, which is the dual motor, up to 1,025 if you got the quad motor. Now, with the off-road features, it has independent motors for torque vectoring and a kick turn feature on the 2026 quad motor model. Max range, like I said, is 420 miles with the max battery pack. You have to have the max battery pack if you want the 420 miles of range. Now, the battery packs come in different sizes. So, available in standard, large, and max sizes with capacities between 105 and 180 with the older models, or 92.5 to 140 with the 2025 model. And these are kilowatt hours, okay? Charging, this Rivian can recover up to 140 miles of range in approximately 20 minutes with a level 3 DC fast charger. But that's only 140 miles of range. 20 minutes. It is compatible with the Tesla supercharger network, which means you can go to a Tesla charger to charge your Rivian R1T. You don't have to go to any other charger. If there is a Tesla charger at a gas station or at a service station somewhere, you can use those to charge your Rivian R1T. The gear tunnel, which is right here, is right there. We'll look at it a little more when I take it out of the box. It is a lockable in-bed storage compartment between the cab and the truck bed, offering 11.7 cubic feet of space. The frunk, which is in the front here, the trunk, they call it the front because there's no engine in the front there. It provides additional storage at the front of the vehicle. Then you have underbed storage. There's space is available for a full-size spare tire or other gear. Bed outlets, it is equipped with two 120-volt outlets. Now, interiors feature vegan leather, real wood trim, and premium materials. There's a 16-inch infotainment screen and a 12-inch driver's display. It also has a multimedia system that uses the Unreal Engine for its user's interface. As a software-defined vehicle, it receives ongoing updates for new features and performance improvements. Safety includes high adaptive beam headlights and various autonomy features, which means the truck driving on its own without you having to use the steering wheel or, having to steer. And I'm quite sure that doesn't is not in use for a long period of time. So that's just a little bit of an overview of the Rivian R1T. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box. I like I said, I didn't know this existed, guys. So so don't beat me up for being late doing a review on this. I did not know this was out there. And like I said, it only came across my search page on Mercari because I'm always on Mercari looking for any new type of 124 scale diecast. And I'm constantly on there every day looking to see what somebody may have posted, to see if it's something on there that I may be interested in buying that I can add to my collection. And this just happened to come across my radar. So this is the gear tunnel right here where the you could put extra stuff and everything. The frunk is here. So this is also have some space here. So you also have a some type of practicality there. So they gave you options. They gave you storage space here and storage space here. Not to mention you also have the bed as well for storage of things too. So I'm gonna try to take this off and we're gonna take a closer look at this Rivian R1T and let's kind of see what we got here. I'm a little excited about this because, like I said, I didn't know these things existed. And then when I said, you know what, let me Google this and see what pops up. And so many of these things popped up when I Googled it. And not only that, it came in white. They showed like the 1/64 scale of these and everything. So I'm gonna admit, guys, I was pretty excited, and I didn't realize that like there was so many of these out there, after I'd seen it online. So here it is. Let's go ahead and take off these pieces so that we can view some of the opening parts. I'm going to take that off. Let's go ahead and take that off. And we'll take this off. With these Rivians, I tend to see the SUV version of this more than I see the pickup truck version. You guys let me know in the comments which one do you guys see the most on the road. When you come across these Rivians, which one do you see the most? Do you see the SUV version the most, or do you see this pickup version? Because I always wind up seeing the SUV version. The SUV version always seem to be the one that I see. Now, I will see the pickup version every now and then, but not as much as the SUV version, with the full back to it. Okay, I guess that's all it takes. Okay, so here we are. And my first impression of this is I always thought the Rivian was cool. I always liked the Rivian. Especially when I seen it in real life, when I seen the real life version of this. I always thought the Rivian was cool. I just knew it was something new and something innovative as far as electric cars go. I do like both versions, the pickup and the SUV version. The SUV version kind of reminds me of the shape of the Rivian SUV. It reminds me of the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, the new one, the new Grand Wagoneer. It kind of has that body style. And if you look at it, it kind of has that body, that same body style. Okay, so let's start. Let's check. Let's check it out. Let's take a look at this thing. First off, let's take a look at the rear, and you can see that the tail light goes all the way across the rear of the tailgate. You see the big name Rivian going across the back. And you open up the tailgate, and I like this. You see the word Rivian written right there at the very front of the tailgate there. Of the bed of the truck. And I like that. I like that. And I always say, attention to detail is important. And just having that name right there, it looks really cool. Having that Rivian name embedded inside the bed of the truck. So I do like how they did this. It does have a license plate there. I'm not sure what it says. Okay, California. The California plates. Okay. I do like the top, that the top is open like this. I think that's cool. Let me see. Any moving parts? No. No moving parts there. Okay, so now this part opens. And I just have to figure out how to get it open and how it opens. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it to open from this side, because it definitely opens. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is the gear tunnel that they were talking about right here. It opens and it gives you some space to be able to put stuff down in there. Like, you don't want stuff to get lost, so you got stuff down in there. Also, let me see, I can open this side now, and you can see like right through this pickup truck from one side to the other. And you can see how it has that tunnel to where you can store stuff in here. I like the practicality of this pickup truck, just being able to have an area here. I don't think I've seen this on any other pickup truck. This might be the first pickup truck I've seen this on that's got a gear tunnel through here like this. But I like how this is made, where you can store stuff right in here and be able to put it in, because it's a practicality thing, being able to have room to store things, and just being able to have this part, having the front, and having the bed itself as storage, just gives you a number of options to be able to have ways of storing things, whether big or small, in places that you need. So I do like this feature here. I really do like that feature. Now let's take a look at the front. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's check out the front, the headlights. And you could see how the front looks. It looks like odd and kind of odd and strange. But you can see, looking at the lights and everything, these are the headlights. These here are the headlights. So that way you don't get anything confused. I think this light here is just a daytime running light. But these are the headlights right here. And let's open the front and see what type of room we're looking at in here. Huh. Got a pretty good amount of room. Can't say it's a whole lot, but nonetheless, it still gives you another option of practicality to be able to store some things inside. And just having that is a thing where you don't have to worry about storing some things. So as long as you have the front and you have the gear tunnel, you can store things wherever you like, in even the bed of the truck as well. Now let's take a look at the interior and let's see what we got going on in there. Okay, so as you can see, they were talking about the screens. So there is the 16-inch screen right there in the center. You can see the screen in the center. You can also see the other screen above the steering wheel. So you can see that there are two screens. You can also see, if you look here, that little piece right there where the glove compartment would be. You see there's actually wood grain right there. That's wood grain. That's wood grain, guys. I like that. That's pretty good. And as I always say, detail goes a long way. It goes a long way. I like how that looks. I love the way they put that wood right there inside of the Rivian. Door panels, you can see that the door panels there's a white piece on it overlapping the black. And then you look over here to the other side, you can see, in fact, there's also wood right on the inside there on the edge. You can see it there. But I believe firmly that this is a really good looking SUV. I mean, not SUV, but good looking pickup truck. I really like how this looks. And just the interior itself is like, it's so cool. Let's look at the seats. Oh, I like the seats. Oh, look at the seats. The seats are nice. Seats are very nice. I like the two-tone seats. How they have the white up top and then they got the black around the bottom. That is really cool. You can see the center console right there where you could sit your phone or anything like that. I like what they did with the interior of this Rivian. You can also see, if you look far over on the passenger side, if you look where the passenger seat is, it looks like there is a seat belt right next to the passenger seat right there. You can see it hanging down on the other side over there. I like that. It's always the detail that I always say that catches my eye. It's the detail. And same thing for that side over there. There's a seat belt hanging down over there. Yeah, it's literally hanging down. Like, it's literally hanging out there. Let me take you guys off the tripod so you can see this. So now, if you look right there between the seat and the pillar, there's the seat belt hanging right there in between there. See that black piece hanging down there? That's the seat belt. It's literally a seat belt in there. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. I did not think that I would actually find a vehicle that actually has a seat belt made inside the vehicle. Like, you can see it over there on the other side. There's the seat belt. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna set y'all back up. Okay, so I like this. I really do. I really like this. And it's not heavy. It's not heavy, guys. As you can see right there, it's 120. So this is slightly smaller than a 118 scale, you see. And look who makes it, Maisto. I did not know this until I saw, like I said, until I saw the one on Mercari. And the thing is, when I purchased it, I didn't know it was by Maisto. That's the thing. I didn't know it was by Maisto. I thought maybe it was just some off-brand who just kind of made it or something. You know, for a second, I thought maybe it came straight from the Rivian dealership. I thought maybe they were doing a thing where, you know, someone buys a Rivian and, like, for like a gift, they give you a carbon copy of your car, but in small form. Now, remember, guys, this is what car companies used to do back in the day. They literally had like promo models, is what they called them. Promo models of what you were going to be purchasing. And sometimes the dealership would give you those cars a small version of the car that you purchased. So that is what I was thinking when I saw this, because I didn't see no name or anything. So let me just give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, because when I purchased it, I didn't see anything on it, right? So let me move this back. So when I got it, when I saw the pictures, all I saw was this part right here, and then it showed the back of it, right? Which it shows all of this. It showed all of this. But I'm like, okay, so who makes it? And that's what made me think that it came straight from the dealership, because I didn't see a diecast name on it. And then if you are showing the pictures and all you're showing is a picture of the pickup truck, and then you're showing a picture of the box, but you only show the back of the box, which does not have the name of the company who makes this model. As you can see, it just has R1T. It has all the vehicle dimensions right here. As you can see, everything here. And then at the bottom, what does it say? R1T specifications, Rivian.com. And then on this side, you have the picture of the Rivian R1T. But look, you go on this side, all you see is the name Rivian. Front of the box, you got R1T, you got the age, and then you have the symbol. Rivian on this side. That's all I saw, guys. That's all I saw. So once I got the box, that's when I flipped it over. And this is when it showed me this. And then it said, then I'm like, okay, Maisto made this. And I never had a clue. Never had a clue. So guys, I thought this came straight from the dealership, because like I said, I had every picture of the box from the sides, the back, but they never showed me a picture of the bottom. The bottom was never in the picture. So that's what made me think this came straight from a dealership. But I was wrong. So now that I know that this was made by Maisto, now the question is, you know, I know a lot of people have it, and I know, and now I'm wondering if this is going to be a it said limited edition, so I know they're not going to make a whole lot of these. The 118 scale, I'm not sure about the 118 scale, but I like how this looks. I really like this. I love the detail on this. You know, I was curious. I want to do a vehicle comparison real quick, because I have some 124s, guys, that's probably about the size of this Rivian. This Rivian is a 120 now, okay? I have some 124s that's almost about the size of this Rivian. Let me grab one, because I want to do a size comparison here. And I'm going to grab one of my big SUVs. So I want to see just how much smaller. So I have my Lexus, my LX 600. So I just want to see how much bigger this Rivian is compared to my Lexus. Okay, let's see. Now keep in mind, my Lexus is a 124. The Rivian is a 120. So just giving you a perspective, I'm going to take the camera off of and we're going to look at it level. So level wise, you can see that the Rivian is definitely Definitely got the height over the Lexus. Definitely has the length. Let's check the width. The width is definitely a little bit bigger, but it is not that much. My Lexus is not that much smaller than this Rivian. It's not that much smaller. But like this Lexus, this 600 is one of my biggest SUVs. And like I said, it's a 124. And like I said, the Rivian is a 120. So you kind of get the idea of where I'm going with this. You could see it. I just wanted to do a size comparison with the 120 and a 124. But you can see the Rivian definitely has it in height and width and things like that. So I just wanted to do a size comparison with that. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to do there, guys. I had to see. I had to figure it. I had to just kind of see where it goes from there. But yeah, I enjoy this RT. I'm gonna find somewhere to put it, place it. I'm definitely gonna cover it. I'm gonna keep the box and everything. Just put the box in my closet. And I want to put it somewhere where I can showcase it. But yes, guys, this is the Rivian R1T pickup truck. So guys, that's the end of that journey there. I am happy that I have the Rivian R1T. Like I said, once again, I apologize for being so late. I did not know, guys, that the Rivian R1T was out. You know, it just came across my page one day and I just knew I had to have it. And then once I went online, come to find out that they're everywhere. So it's just like, okay, I'm a little late. All right, y'all got me. I'm a little late. But I still wanted to do a review on it for myself. Even if you guys already seen it, I still wanted to do the review anyway. Because, you know, I like it, you know, and I just wanted to give my perspective on the Rivian R1T and what I think about it. You know, I think it's an awesome, cool truck. I love the features, the gear tunnel and everything, the detail to it, all of that stuff like that. I think it's so cool. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about the Rivian R1T truck. Today is 120 scale. You guys, if you don't have one, go on and get you one. Like I said, the lowest price I've seen one for is like $149, and then they only go up from there. But man, get yourself a R1T, man, and put one in your collection. You know. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I'm gonna get on up out of here. So you guys be safe, have a great day, and tune in to the next episode.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded.